What we have here is a Makita 844 3D drill I picked up from a car boot with a charger and a battery. Only cost me a £5 at the time, but it was covered in caulk and mastic, and I had to fully clean it up using some white spirits, GT85, and some of these wire Brillo pads helped out, just to give it a slight more coarse scrub, because it was very, very masticky. Alright, I've tried my best to get this battery charging, but it just doesn't seem to hold charge very well. It's a bit weird. It's a nickel cadmium 18 volt 1.3 amp, so it's the smallest of the old pod type batteries. They're rated to be charged in half hour. Let's just move the drill out of the way. This is the tests I did on it. Right, I did one single charge cycle, time 16 minutes 23, that was the first one, and it ran for 8 minutes 44 to full stop, no load, second speed. And then I did another single charge, 4 minutes 48, went to green, runtime 2 minutes 50. Single charge, 3 minutes 28, runtime 1 minute 56. That got worse and worse, so I'm thinking, cell death. So it's got something wrong with it. And then I did charge cycle until overheat from fridge, flat. So I flatted it, and then I went one charge cycle, 3 minutes 18, lift, dropped it back in when the light was red, of course, on the charger, so I kept charging it. Second charge cycle, continued up to 19 minutes 55, did the same again, 27:19, same again, 30:45, and then it went 31:43, and then the sixth it red flashed, overheat, and it run for 20 minutes 15, full stop, no load, second speed, better, battery overheated. That was the first test, 2015. Then I did a second test, 2 charge cycles on that one, I think it was, and it was 22 minutes 10 it run, so it's a bit weird. And then I did an overnight trickle charge, and it was 19:34. I was thinking maybe I can force power back into it via a trickle charge, but no clue. I think it needs cells replacing. Charger manual stats, 1.3 amp, blah, 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 approximately 30-minute charge. That was on the book. And it's a DC 1804T charger. I think the T stands for the trickle. Trickle charging system keeps full charge for 24 hours. So once it's getting to that green cut-off, it's probably just trickling into that same point. Where I was thinking it might put more power into the cells, but I don't know how these things work. What's that? Not if cells are damaged, of course. My assumptions. Cycle morning test. First charge to green, 30 minutes 9. And then I did I stopped the timer for some reason, and then I did a second cycle, and that was 15 minutes 22, the second cycle. Third, overheat. So that was the total time. Those two there was 28 minutes 31 total charge, and that lasted 18 minutes 16 seconds full stop test. Then I did one more, first cycle green, 11:41, and then I continued it, lifted and dropped it back in again. That was to 24:49, continued it, and that was 35 minutes 36 total. Longer time, thought it was odd. Fourth, overheated, of course, that's when I stopped it, and then it lasted for 16 minutes 28 full stop test. So the battery is a bit of a madman. Right, it's been on for, I don't know, a couple of 3 hours. I just left it just for the sake of the testing. Right, what we got? First gear, it's in drill. Batteries, really. Second gear. Battery's nuts. The gearbox is great. just for the sake of showing you the power in it, let's turn to my own personal one that I've got the lithium adapter on, and this is a 2 amp. It was fully charged last time I checked. Yeah, I've used it a little bit. I think this has only got 5 cells in it, whereas the thicker ones have got like 10 cells in them. So you can notice sort of power drain or lag, or not being quite up to power, even though it's rated 18 volts on some tools. Alright, what's that? Speed 2. Brake works. Speed 1. Now, churn hand. And speed 2. Churn hand. The gearbox and the motor in this drill are fine now that I've fully cleaned it inside and out, and I've sprayed GT85 through it. It's got new bushes in there. I checked the bushes. The chuck, however, is the one thing that's not so great. Let me just eye it up. Find the tooth. Find the tooth that's missing. It's only one of the lead teeth. Let's see if we can get it on the camera. Come on, focus on there. I wonder if I can put the flashlight on mid video. Oh, there you go. There you go. See that? It's one of the lead teeth have come off, and they should look like. Let me see if I can. That's it. They should look like that. 2 teeth at the front tip. But the actuation of it is smooth, which is unusual because usually after they've suffered some rust they are gritty, but it's not. It's smooth as silk. It's just a shame it's lost 1 tooth. And it has been engraved at some point, so I don't know where that's come from. I don't know if that was a HSS thing. But as I say, these drills are so old now, it's just been neglected. I sorted up the car boot. I thought, £5? It looks really, really filthy, and I've got to fix it. I regretted it after, but now I've done it. It's ready to go. There's no cracks or anything on the shell casing. The battery case itself is in really, really good condition. If anyone knows how to fix battery cells, my dad usually does it, but I'm not asking him to do it again because he's got too many batteries now. He don't care. Right, and that is a reveal of a drill I can now put up for sale. Hopefully make some money back. I'll include the filthy drill images on the sales page, I think, or as the thumbnail on the video. I'm not so sure at the minute, but please see my other videos regarding this style drill to show you how good the kits can get using new drill technology instead of the old pods. Obviously you can't fit the new charger in with the new batteries, but the old boxes can house quite a few batteries in them, so you can have a sight drill that you can knock about a bit more, or someone ain't going to nick, more likely not going to nick. See, the batteries and the adapter are worth more than the drill, and the drill is worth more as parts than it is as a whole unit, because we got gearbox, motor, trigger mechanism and chuck, and then obviously the shell and switches. Well, that switch is part of the gearbox. That's enough rattling on. There's the drill that I built back better and cleaned up, ready to go.